She was supposed to be the person children could trust. A youth counselor, a mentor, someone responsible for protecting vulnerable teenagers. But prosecutors say that behind closed doors, that trust was shattered. What began as a professional relationship allegedly turned into something deeply inappropriate, leaving a 13-year-old boy at the center of a criminal investigation that shocked an Ohio community. This is the story of Payton Shires. Before we begin, it's important to remember that this story involves allegations that were later addressed in court. Our goal is to present the publicly reported facts respectfully, without sensationalizing the events or exploiting those involved. In 2024, authorities in Columbus, Ohio, began investigating reports involving Payton Shires, a former youth counselor who had worked with children entrusted to her care. According to court records, investigators discovered evidence that Shires had engaged in illegal sexual conduct involving a 13-year-old boy she was responsible for counseling. The investigation reportedly began after the boy's mother noticed troubling messages and later found additional evidence that raised serious concerns. She immediately contacted law enforcement. As investigators examined digital evidence and interviewed those involved, prosecutors alleged that the relationship had crossed legal and ethical boundaries. The case quickly drew public attention because it involved someone whose job was to guide and protect young people. Instead, authorities argued that the position of trust had been abused. The investigation did not end there. Court documents state that after the criminal case began, Shires allegedly went to the victim's home while armed with a firearm. Prosecutors said she threatened the boy's mother and made statements suggesting she intended to harm both herself and the mother. Those allegations resulted in additional criminal charges connected to intimidation and inducing panic. Although one firearm-related allegation was later dismissed during court proceedings, several other charges remained. The incident added another disturbing chapter to an already serious case.
On June 27, 2024, Payton Shires appeared in court for sentencing. She pleaded guilty to multiple charges, including unlawful sexual conduct with a minor, victim and witness intimidation, and inducing panic. The court sentenced her according to Ohio law. She was also ordered to register as a Tier 2 sex offender, requiring registration for 25 years. For the victim's family, the sentencing marked the end of a painful legal process, but not the end of the emotional impact. The boy's mother later spoke publicly about the betrayal she felt. She explained that someone she believed was helping her child had instead become the source of immense harm. The case served as a reminder that trust should never replace vigilance. Experts often encourage parents and guardians to maintain open communication with children, recognize warning signs, and take concerns seriously even when the person involved holds a respected position. Cases like this remind us that abuse of trust can happen in places where families expect safety the most. While the justice system has reached its conclusion in this case, the emotional effects on victims and families often last much longer than any courtroom proceeding. If this story has taught us anything, it's that listening to children, paying attention to warning signs, and acting quickly can make a critical difference. Thank you for watching. If you appreciate respectful, fact-based, true crime documentaries that focus on awareness rather than sensationalism, consider subscribing for more carefully researched stories. And remember, behind every headline are real people whose lives are forever changed.